This video is going to be explaining different types of intersections and interchanges. So, the first one, we're going to start off by drawing just a simple intersection. So, it's just a T. And yeah, of course, that's just a simple intersection. So, I'm going to say that a blue dot is a stoplight. So, these are going to be, on a normal intersection, if this is a large city, there's often going to be a stoplight here. That helps regulate traffic and stop traffic jams. But sometimes, if you need to take a right turn, but it's too busy of an intersection, they're going to add something called slip lanes. They might add 2 slip lanes. They might add more than 2. But that's simple. That is a very simple intersection. This video is going to just start with some very simple intersections that 99% of people have heard of. This is going to be another intersection that some people like, but other people don't like because because apparently a lot of people don't know how to use them. We call it a roundabout. Everybody's probably seen one before, but they're obviously there to help regulate traffic. They bring down car crashes and car fatalities by 80 or 90% in some cases. So, roundabouts are very good, no matter how much people like them. They do help regulate traffic. But a lot of these would regulate traffic in a simulation, but sometimes if people don't know how to use them correctly, they don't regulate traffic at all. So, sometimes roundabouts can also add slip lanes, so that people don't have to go, so if people are just trying to make a right turn, they don't have to go through the hassle of driving through, merging in. They can just go straight through without stopping or yielding or anything. There's not that many other types of intersections. You can have stop signs and stuff, but next is some interchanges. So an interchange is like an intersection, but with a highway or bridges. So an interchange is basically an intersection where at least one of the people on one of the roads do not have to stop. So a very common type of interchange is, this is going to be it's an underpass, is a diamond interchange. So it's pretty simple. There would be the blue dot is a stoplight. There'd be a stoplight here, and a stoplight here. Now this one, it's just, it's pretty simple. Doesn't need a whole lot of explaining. But then there's another one that can cause traffic backups if done in the wrong context. I don't know if context is the right word for that in the right places, but this one is the cloverleaf intersection. Kind of looks like a clover, and then it has these lanes to help help you move to the right. This one is good because it's simple. Nobody has to stop on either of the roads with this. But there's another type of cloverleaf that is called a partial cloverleaf. So if you just take these ones and make it so that it stops here. It eliminates the need for this loop and this loop, because there is a stoplight here and here. So that one works because it's not a full cloverleaf, and sometimes it can cause less traffic backups, especially if it's a more densely populated area than a general cloverleaf. So that leaves us with another intersection. It's a type of diamond interchange called the diverging diamond. This one works to really get the full idea of this intersection. You really have to draw both of the lanes. Both lanes of the road. And then I guess we can draw both lanes of the other road, even though that's not quite as important. So basically this one works where you don't stay on the right side of the road, you move on to the left side of the road, or if you're in a country where they don't. So basically, depending on which side of the road your country's in. So basically it works like this, where like you end up on the left side of the road so that you can merge onto the interstate sort of following this line. So you can do that for any side of the interstate. We do talk about that in a different video, going more into depth with that in another video on how that works. But then there's another type of intersection that is similar in its own ways to a diverging diamond intersection. It's called a dumbbell intersection, which is like, instead of crossing the traffic at a stoplight, the dumbbell intersection has two roundabouts and it just works like this. So when you merge off the interstate or highway, you just go around the roundabout and head in whichever direction you need to go. So it works pretty well. But then there's another one called a trumpet interchange, which pretty much kind of looks like this. So this one works, it's only works on three-way intersections. So like this works, so you can merge onto the interstate like this, or the highway, and then you can merge on from this direction, and then you can merge off from this direction and head onto this road, or you can go all the way around and kind of do that. So that works pretty well. It works if its best use for it is if like it's a three-way intersection between two freeways. And I believe we do have one of these in my town between our two interstates that we have. So, yeah, there's also one called a double trumpet interchange, which is very complicated. And if you want to look up different types of interchanges, there's one called a double trumpet. There's one called a pinwheel. There's one called a windmill. There's a lot of different interchanges. There's a stack interchange, a directional interchange. It's just really complicated, all the types of interchanges they have. But that's going to do it for this video. Different types of just interchanges. I hope you enjoyed. And if you liked that video, please subscribe for more similar content. And yeah, the video that has information on the diverging diamond, that will be linked at the end of the video. So, yeah, your arrows.